Hello and welcome to the second game of this this third set of the round of 8 of the ESL, which is War EU Tournament 3. Up here at the top in the Red Orcs, once again we have our boy JBJ, who held off a very strong, a very long time, very strong game versus Bikerushownz in the first game of the series. Bikerushownz down here in the bottom in his horridly coloured Eldar, winning the last game with a couple of clutch Autark Kyle grabs. For any of you who didn't see the first game, I do know that his name is Kaya, but you know, Kyle is just a nicer name. Very aggressive orc building as well. Choosing, rather than to do the more common build up on this high ground at the back, he's going to build up on the forward high ground. And the typical aggressive webway coming in from Bikerushownz, but he's going to see this war tower up here very early, and he's going to have to wait for a few more reinforcements. These boys trying to hype themselves up. He's got a couple of boys now. Boys hut going down in the back, or Daka hut even. Bikerushownz being traditionally aggressive, capturing these side points. Using these Dire Avengers to push out. He can afford to take some damage on the shields, though he needs to be careful. The war is going out now. This Bonesinger trying to catch up some fire, does manage to do so. That squad of Dire Avengers pushed in a little bit too far there. That was not good, and now he's going to have to run out, and that Dire Avenger squad could take a lot of damage. The Fleet of Foot is getting him away from here very well. These orcs are going to turn on these Dire Avengers though, and the shields are now down, so these guys are going to fall really quickly. That is a bad loss for the Eldar Ali. He's going to lose this Websinger as well. And now these orcs, these boys, these hyped up, wired up boys can start running around causing some havoc. Dire Avengers are going to push up aggressively again. See if the boys are going to try and wrap around on this. They should. This this war tower even is going to take some damage. Both teams managing to keep the opponent on quite low resources, although Bikerushownz does have this second point up at the side, and good plasma hit, very good plasma hit. Running these Dire Avengers away, using that Fleet of Foot to keep them out of the range of the boys. Here we have some Gretchens doing their single DPS. Wow. There's something about Gretchens just shooting at a structure which really amuses me. And the Dire Avengers are going to push back up to this middle point again. Just staying, I believe, right in the edge of their Fleet of Foot range. I think the Fleet of Foot range is something about here. You can see that they've lost it here, and then they pick it up, so it's right on this point. I could just click on it, and I could just see that. But you know, that's no fun. Setup of war towers to defend from both angles. Random plasma grenade gonna hit there, and the Dire Avenger is gonna look around the side, see what they can get around the shield generator. Striking Scorpions are coming out. Striking Scorpions, very high DPS early, and the web weight is going to get hooped over to the side point as well. So we have the Scorpions and a few Dire Avengers. Dire Avengers going on a bit of a suicide run right here to the back now. Some boys going to be spotted by these Scorpions. Scorpions are going to turn on to the boys. These boys do not want to fight this. Dire Avengers here going to get absolutely slammed. So a squad of boys traded for a squad of Dire Avengers. In terms of power, quite an even trade. Seeing as the boys cost a little bit less, and with the inclusion of some of the other tactics aren't quite as good. You could argue it was a win for Bikerushownz. But Eldar really after building their first 4 Dire Avengers, one of which Bikerush has already lost, do not want to build any more. This is as much as the Eldar get. He is going to be rushing, as you can see already, to tier 2. He's going to throw down somewhere. He's going to throw down his upgrade building. Don't know what this lady's doing, but something. And then, once he's set this up, he's going to get his sky portal out. Some boys have caught some Dire Avengers down here. Nothing has caught these Dire Avengers and Scorpions up here. There we go. Coming back in to finish this listening post, which was ruined. See, on some things it does look like it's meant to be gold, but it just has that green tint, which just makes it sort of garish in a really, really obvious way. I'm not sure what would annoy Bikerush more, me criticizing his play or me criticizing his color choice. Gonna give the victory to JBJ in the color war here. Very sort of generic, but quite nice. The dark shade, the black with it. These Striker Scorpions gonna get into the back, absolutely demolish these listening gens. Away gate, pretty ballsy, but it's going to allow these Striker Scorpions to do what they want in the backline and can be teleported out most of the time. Storm Boys in the back doing the same thing. Very nice by JBJ, continuing to go 1 for 1, matching every move with Bikerush. Warrior Portal here, interestingly, probably down to reinforce some of his units. He has hit tier 2, but he is not yet going for anything much higher. I think he's worrying a bit about what he's got. Oh, he's been taunted here by some boys. Stunned by them being chucked out of this, no doubt. And now he's running out of the Webgate's range. He has got on the hunt, but he's so slow out of the fleet of foot that these boys are going to get a hit on him. Probably going to be fine, but has to be careful. He's deep back in enemy lines. These Storm Boys taking out a Dire Avenger squad. Another AFK Dire Avenger squad here. Another Dire Avenger squad getting caught up in melee where they do not want to be. And here are the Howling Banshees, which are going to save them a bit. But that Suicide Boy does mean that the Dire Avengers will go down. And the jump might mean that this Storm Boy escapes. This Webway moved again in order to get these Scorpions out of there. And are they going to manage? Yes, they're going to jump right onto this Storm Boy. Take him down. Is this the... There we go. The Sky Portal is coming down now. The building which I found out is not called a Spirit Stone. This thing here, the Soul Shrine, getting put down after the Sky Portal. And here the Orc player is going to do some damage to this shield generator. We have seen that these trucks, with the scrap upgrade, with the Suicide Bomber, can do quite a lot of damage to these. Going to roll down to this point and see that nothing is there. Going to start getting hit by these Dire Avengers. Going to be AFK AF. Banshee's hitting this truck. Another fight going on here. A lot of very aggressive fights going on here. Interesting Bone Seer in the enemy base. Lots of the behind the lines fighting here, and I really think JBJ is getting the advantage. The damage dealt by the striking Scorpions is that entirely repaired. A lot of Dire Avenger squads have gone down in Bikerush's backline while JBJ was attacking. His Storm Boys got a lot of worth before they were taken down. He is now taking down this side point as well. Banshees are doing the same on this side. But this still leaves him with this, you know, 3 generators up, maybe. First generator. Oh, going up here actually from the Orc side, so a lot of generators down. Bikerushownz has no income, and he's built a lot of different buildings here, but not going to be able to really produce out of any of them. He really wants to get a Viper, but he doesn't quite have the money yet. This shield generator taking some damage, not going down incredibly fast, but there's very little Bikerushownz can do to defend it now. He's going to send these Banshees in, but they're outnumbered. Fortunately, that truck is stuck outside of the shield. But these Banshees are honestly just slowing down the inevitable at this point. Striking Scorpions back in the back line, doing what they can do. But the Banshees are going to go down, and then that's another squad gone down. More resources lost with no economy. Striking Scorpions take that out, but that still leaves JBJ with all of the economy and Bikerushownz with none of it. Just tippy-tapping at that. Running his Striking Scorpions back. This single shield generator on this map is going to go down. And oh, he's just got Weird Boy, so this isn't actually going to give him anything immediate, apart from just the money points. But look at this, all over the map here, got absolutely nothing. Striking Scorpions have come back home. There is a Viper coming out by the looks, yep. And Bikerushownz is going to be in the situation where he is using entirely his Striking Scorpions and his single Viper. Not Viper, Falcon. Falcon will be buffed up. Yep, it will be soon +2 attack and then getting its +1 armor. Going to come in here, and the Striking Scorpions and the Falcon should win this fight, especially with those suicide bombs being used on the Striking Scorpions. The Falcon just absolutely destroys these Orc squads. Another Orc squad coming out, doesn't matter. That's just more for the Falcon to kill. Striking Scorpions, getting the Falcon just for safety there a little bit and then back off. This Falcon, absolutely going to win this fight. However, back at home, we have the Weird Boy just chilling. We have a Killer Can down here. We could very likely see some Tank Busters come out soon. Oh, he actually doesn't have WAR level 3 apparently. That's interesting. He should have, shouldn't he? WAR. Oh no, that's... yeah, WAR. Okay. Might be a bug, I guess, then. Or is WAR level 3, or is WAR level 3 5 WAR towers, and they're actually WAR level 2 is 3 WAR towers? That's kind of confusing. Oh, actually going to get caught in melee combat by these boys here, but I mean... Falcon don't care. Striking Scorpion's gonna kind of push in here. Actually run directly past the Orcs, and the Orcs aren't even gonna notice. But this Falcon is now in a position where there is this one boy squad down here. There's gonna be tank busters if anything, if any more infantry come. There are some killer counts here who have their rockets to deal with the Falcon. Kaya is now up. But the Orcs seem to have quite a big advantage here. Large economical advantage. Orcs catching the one last area that Bikerushownz was trying to mine from, for lack of a better word. We see the Carl slam down here. Good slam in there, but lots of Orcs still there, getting some stuns off. This Falcon is going to try and focus down that killer can, but not really get much done too quickly. This killer can has realised and it's going to turn its sights on the Falcon. Perhaps a bit too late though. Kaya and this Falcon doing absolute work here. And the Striker Scorpion still in the back. Oh, once again getting caught up by this weird boy. JBJ being very passive with this weird boy, keeping him at the back of his forces, but getting a lot of work done from him when he needs it. And this is a very interesting choice from York. This is something I haven't seen much. Going for these mass killer cans. We saw him get a few killer cans in the last game, but that was along with the tank busters. He is now just... he's got a squad of tank busters, but he's deciding to go much more heavily on these killer cans. We have a Falcon. We have Kaya. But this is all. JBJ knows where the Falcon's going to be. He's coming up behind it. Bikerush. Going to have most of his attention on his Falcon. But his Falcon is not in a good position. Putting those shields up so that he can continue to take out these. But the shields go down and he's going to take a lot of missile hits there. He is very low now, and he is in the wrong side of this map. He is in the enemy side of this map. And losing this Falcon could be actually the end for Bikerush right there on its own. Unfortunately, the very slow Orc army isn't going to manage to get out at all, but he's going to need to sneak this out without catching any more anti-tank troops, which he is going to manage to do because there are none else on the field. Kaya is down here, which 1v1ing the weird boy. Firing down some shots. Missing the weird boy. Weird boy gonna grab up some scrap for more of his shield. Gonna be able to hit that nuke. Is he gonna get some assistance from these guys? These guys just gonna let him 1v1. Weird boy gonna back off. More orcs gonna arrive here. Kaya gonna get stunned. Right as he was casting his spell, but it looks fit as well. That is painful. The weird boy just gonna laugh from the stairs as his enemy gets chased away. Falcon is back to his normal business, clearing out squads. These Storm boys really weak to it, but he's walking right into multiple rocket troops, and that might be the end of it right there. Falcon gone down. Another Falcon coming out. But this is going to be the point where the Orc can push. And you can see almost all of his troops across the map pushing into different locations in the Eldar. He's going to hit both of these main points. He sees that there's nothing over here. Moving down to this middle point with his rocket troopers over here. Moving down to this bottom point with his boys over here. Striking Scorpions going to come out. Up here. But they're going to meet a Death Dread. Or they're going to just run straight past the Death Dread. But that Death Dread, going to mince them up. Going to absolutely mince them up. Look at that. Swing, 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 swing. Mince, mince, mince. Swipe, swipe, swipe. Kyle trying to deal with the boys over here. Rocket Troopers just getting to do whatever they want. Need to avoid getting these Rocket Troopers caught by either Kyle or the Striker Scorpions, though, actually. That could be... quite a big upset. The necessity is we know that he has the next Falcon out there and he is not going to save the power generator. These muscle boys now coming down to deal with this some more. Striking Scorpions went up here to try and retake this point. Oh, Kaya gonna catch two of them, bring them in, grab them all up. Gonna be able to hit that as well. He's been teleported on now though, and that is his health absolutely draining. He's going to not even get to escape that. Weird boy clearing up there. But Kaya did manage to take out quite a bit of what the Orcs had. Oh, Kaya did survive. There we go, look at him. Sneaky, sneaky guy. Scorpions looking like they're heading back to this back point again. Gonna hit the hunt. Sprint past here. Try and take out these back points while we see a teleported warrior portal down here with this Falcon. And the weird boy taking a point here. Orcs killing off generator here. And still the story of this game is no money from Bikerush. He's managed to use his forces efficiently enough. But we're into the third phase here. And the third phase of escalation means, with these Mega Knobs, that JBJ is now getting even more advantage from the resource point lead that he has. Each of these resource points is now going to be giving him more. And his army is just going to start to scale out of control in this situation where these Banshees going down. So there's one group of Banshees, one Falcon, Kaya, and the Striker Scorpions, who doesn't look like they're going to be alive for long. Going to try and take down this one last squad of boys, and it looks like they will do that. But they will themselves also go down. And you can see now, with all of this area that the Orcs control, plenty of resources. Striker Scorpions didn't even take anything down back here. Plenty of army. And if they can take out Kaya and this Falcon, they can very safely go in here. Or they're just going to push in there regardless. This wall put up here, I don't know how much that defends the turret. But these killer cans just don't care. Ton of damage, and now they can turn their sights on this Falcon. 2 volleys from these will probably take out the Falcon. The shield is up. Wellboy Gate's going down here from these Storm Boys. Kaya trying to pull all these into one. Isn't going to even get off the second part of his pull. The wall's going up from the Mega Nubs. Kaya is really fighting what looks like a losing battle here. Misses a lot of his leap. 2 Falcons out now is going to do quite a lot. But Kaya just trying to take out this with Weird Boy and now some more boys coming down. Falcons here. But these killer cans now can stop running away and can start hitting some of these Falcons from the back. Going to lose a lot of boys to these Falcons. Might be overstaying here slightly, although he still has such a lead. Knobs just putting up some more walls, just being a nuisance. Keeping Bikerush back. Setting up all his troops here early, bringing in those killer cans. He knows that he just needs to take out these Falcons. That's all Bikerush has left. These Mega Knobs just do not die. Holy moly. And then, there they go. Lots of damage onto the shields of these Falcons. One of these Falcons almost down. Kaya is a last chance. Stun comes down and misses. But a lot of damage being done to this core now. Kaya bringing in a big pull. But a lot of damage being done to this. Kaya getting very low health with the Death Dread and the Weird Boy hitting him. Mega Knobs and Boys just slamming on the core. Core is going to defend itself. Weird Boy trying to get some kills up here, but isn't going to get anything yet. And a couple more squads of boys coming in here just to finish off the job. Against these tankier non-boy groups, these Falcons just cannot do enough. But fighting right to the bitter end is Bikerush. And this is going to be JBJ bringing this series to a 1-1. The first we have seen so far in what we have covered of the round of 8 of the ESL It's War Cup 3. I don't know why I keep saying cup. I don't know if they call it a cup, but it's listed on their cups on their websites, I think, so screw it. And we are going to our first deciding game between Bikerush and JBL.